Hello and welcome to my little Bookish corner of the internet. My name is Harriet. Today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free review for If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Kawamura. This is a translated works from Japanese to English, and I've been trying to read a lot more Japanese literature recently because everyone that I've ever read I've really enjoyed. So I definitely want to talk about this today because I ended up really enjoying it. So if you didn't know what this story is about, we are following a young man. He actually is never named, so he doesn't have a name, but he is told at the very beginning of the book that he is going to die any day now of a brain tumour. He has up to about 6 months to live, and obviously that affects him immensely. It completely changes his kind of mindset at the time. It freaks him out a lot, so all he can think is just to get home. And he has his cat at home who is called Cabbage. There's a big story behind why he called his cat Cabbage, because obviously that's a bit of a strange name. But essentially what happens is the devil appears before him and tells him that he can take one thing from the world in exchange for an extra day of his life. So he considers this and agrees to it, but the devil is the one that actually decides what to take from the world, and then the man either agrees to it and will get an extra day of life, or he disagrees and then that is kind of it and the devil will leave him alone. So it's following him, and that sounds like a really weird storyline, but it's actually quite quirky and quite funny, and there's a lot of humorous moments within this book. There's also a lot of really sad and emotional moments. So obviously this book is dealing very heavily with death. That's something that's been freaking me out quite a lot recently, the fragility of life. And this book does look that straight in the face and kind of talks about all of those questions that we have about life's purpose and what happens to you when you die, and how quickly life can kind of be taken from you, but also talks about what you would do in order to have that extra time and what you'd actually do with that time and whether it would be worth it. So when all those things are taken from the world, that's going to affect all of the people that you know and love and all the people that you have no idea even exist as well. And is it really worth it in exchange for an extra day of you being alive? Because we aren't here forever, and the devil doesn't even make that an offer anyway, so it's just an extra day. And just figuring out whether it's worth it or not. This also touches a lot on families and relationships and regrets and things like that, and trying to make things right with people before you do pass away. And just the selfishness of human nature really kind of brings that to the forefront, and it's actually changed my outlook on life quite a lot for such a short book. It's been very impactful, very emotionally impactful as well. It did freak me out to start with because obviously it is dealing with death from the very beginning. But as soon as you push past that, if that's something that you're worried about, it's more about life. And I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. It's kind of like the right book at the right time for me. It's written very simply, so it's something that you can read very quickly, but it's got that huge emotional impact, which I really appreciate from a book. The character development, even though there's not a lot of time, is actually very well written. And you do get to know the characters very quickly. You kind of get to know their personality and what they prioritise in their lives and why they do it. And this book does teach you many lessons as well. So I think it'd be really good for kind of any age from teenage upwards, I would say. But I absolutely loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. I've seen some mixed reviews because people have said that the writing is too simple, so they just kind of put it down. But if you move past that and really think about the message that this book is trying to put across, or at least the message that I got from it, it is so important. It's such an important read and something that I really enjoyed. Perhaps it was the right book, right time for me, but I just absolutely loved it, and it ended up being my first 5-star read of 2022, which is really important, so it's extra special to me now. But I'm definitely going to be reading this in the future if ever I feel a little bit lost, a little bit confused. I think this will help to kind of ground me and make me realise that your life is about making an impact on other people and making other people's lives more special and making those connections. It's not just about you, and it's taking away that kind of selfish mindset, which you have got to do things for yourself, absolutely, but you've also got to consider all the people that are in your life, people that you really care about and how it's going to affect them. So yeah, I absolutely love this book. I thought it was brilliant. I can't say too much more because I will ruin it, but please pick this up if you thought about it. If it's on your TBR, bump it up, read it soon, because I feel like you're really going to enjoy it. Definitely let me know if you have read this book already. Try and keep it spoiler free, or just put spoilers in little brackets so that everyone knows. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!